Morning everyone, hope you're all well. Okay, so this morning's video is all about how to play a bar chord. So, the bar chord is the bane of many learning guitarists' life, but it's essential to master how to do it because you need it in order to play the vast majority of songs. There's only a certain number of songs or a certain proportion of songs where you can actually only play what are called open chords. Now, I'm assuming that in tuning into this video, we already know what the standard open chords are. So things like E, E minor, A minor, D, D minor, D7, G, C, the usual suspects. But then at some point we need to know how to play, well, the first one that usually comes up in books is the chord of F. Okay, so let me explain how I teach people how to play this. So we start by putting on our chord of E. So first finger, first fret G string, second finger, second fret A string, third finger, second fret E string, and we play all 6 strings. Okay, so a bit of basic technique then. We have to make sure that our fingers are up to the frets, not too far away, and conversely not on them, really close to the frets, but not on the metal, so we get a nice clear sound with our fingertips, not flattened down like that. Fingertips, no buzzing. Now the key to this, for normal chords, and any chord really, is where your thumb is. I often say to people, hang your hand like this, bring it around the back of the guitar, and place it like that, because that gives you a good foundation. Imagine the fingers are the walls of a house and the thumb is the foundations of a house. It gives it all good support. Now, that's essential in order to be able to do a bar chord. So, what we need to do to play a chord of F is we turn this E, so our second finger goes where our first finger was, on the first fret on the G string. Our third finger goes on the second fret on the A string, and our fourth finger now goes on the second fret on the D string. So it's still a chord of E, but now my first finger is free. Now, what a bar chord would be is essentially in this position, you imagine your first finger is there behind the nut. It hasn't actually changed anything yet. To make it a chord of F, with our thumb in the right place, we slide all this 1 fret higher. So now your second fret is second fret on the third string, and then those 2 fingers are on the third fret on the A and D string respectively. Okay, so it doesn't sound right yet. So here's where the problem lies. This finger has to lie across the first fret. Again, not wonky like that and not too far back. So go to our E, place it on with second, third and fourth, slide it up, first finger across, and there we are. So this is what it should sound like. Now, okay, so the problem most people have, apart from actually getting their hand into this position, is that they find it hurts their wrist. Well, the reason for that quite often is that they're holding the guitar too low, often leaning on their leg like this, and that means it's very difficult without getting a really sharp angle in the wrist to get it right. So what I recommend is people use a footstool or cross their leg, which the guitar is supported on, over the other one. It raises it. You can actually also use a footstool on your other leg. Either way, you want to bring the neck of the guitar a little bit higher, and that way you can see my hand can be straighter. So that's the first problem, or my wrist can be straighter, sorry. Second problem is, how hard do we press? Because people will be squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, and it still won't necessarily sound particularly good or buzz free. Well, that's because you've got 2 mechanisms at play. First of all, you've got your thumb. So we've spoken about having it in the right position, not over here, as it provides no support to your fingers. These are the walls of the house, and your thumb is the foundations. And what we do is we gently squeeze together, but your thumb on its own might actually not be enough. So this is what I'd like you to try. Take your hand, your left hand, and hang it on the guitar like this. So your arm is now completely relaxed, muscles completely relaxed, and then what I want you to do is let it drop. So it actually drops down the guitar, the weight of your arm, the weight of your shoulder, it falls to the floor. Now that force is actually coming back this way. And what we need to do is harness some of that force by just using the weight of our arm, and that will actually pull slightly back on the strings in kind of this direction. So look, without my thumb on, I can actually just by relaxing my shoulder and letting my arm fall like it wants to do this, I can actually pretty much play the chord without my thumb on. That, in combination with my thumb providing pressure, means that we've got sufficient pressure there to make the chord work. But listen, it isn't very easy. This is actually quite difficult, so you have to have patience with it. This is often a lot of the problems. People think, oh, I can't do it, so I won't bother. And they spend all the time trying to find songs that don't have bar chords in. So you've got to persevere. So you make your chord of E with your second, third and fourth fingers. You slide it 1 fret higher. You put your first finger across. You make sure the neck of the guitar is nice and high. In my case, I've crossed my legs. We have our thumb behind our finger, so it's about where the second fret is. My thumb is straight, it's not bent like this, it's straight, so I can squeeze like that, pinch them together. But in addition, and probably just as important, the weight of our arm, we're not pulling back, we're not snapping the guitar, but the weight of our arm just hanging there will help. So those two mechanisms, the squeeze of our thumb and the weight of our arm, the relaxing of our shoulder, means that it will work. Now, another tip, if you have a capo, which is here, if you were to capo up at, say, I don't know, fret 3, maybe, and again the capo is there, just behind the fret, not on it and not too far away so it wouldn't buzz, I can now play my bar chord here. So we start with our E, slide it up 1 fret, put our first finger across, and that's a little bit easier to begin with, because without the capo, your hand is actually quite a long way away, so it makes that stretch a bit more difficult to get that first finger straight. So we've hung our hand, we bring it round, put it there. That's harder than if I have it, say, here. So if you were capo on, say, the 3rd fret, well, I'll put it on the 2nd fret, actually. My hand is nearer me. There we go. So, here's what I want you to try. You've got the hang of doing that. You're close to doing that. What we need to do, a chord of C, which is first finger, 1st fret B string, 2nd finger, 2nd fret D string, and 3rd finger, 3rd fret A string. We start with our chord of C, and we can change this to our chord of F. We leave our 3rd finger on, we pop our 4th finger there on the 3rd fret D string, our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret G string, and pull our F across. So we're actually pivoting, leaving my 3rd finger on, C, F, and that 3rd finger provides you with the stability without actually moving it. So we can do a number of strums with C, and then try to smoothly transition into your F. Remember, listen critically, make sure you've got your fingertips down. Keep your thumb behind the neck where it should be. Remember the weight of our arm pulling this way and the squeezing of our thumb will make it work. Okay, so you've got to master it, but you've got to keep practicing. But I think the biggest problem is the posture that people have. The guitar's too low, so get it raised up by crossing your legs or using a footstool. Start with E, slide it up, first finger straight, but then crucially, it's fingertips, it's position of thumb, not here, not here, not here, but behind where our fingers are. Remember, foundations of the house, foundations of the wall, and then squeeze, but also let your arm relax, let your shoulder feel like it's dropping, let your hand feel like it's falling off, harness that weight of your arm, and just keep taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on. Right, okay, good. So, obviously, there are other positions we can play bar chords. There are other bar chord shapes. That's using the shape of E major, but that's not really what I'm going to talk about today. It was just how to get that E-shaped bar, move it up 1 fret, make it into the chord of F, which is what most people learn first, and how to actually practice that as a beginner. So weight of arm, thumb in right place, raise the guitar, and off you go. So I'm going to be doing more little tutorial videos like this over the coming weeks. So in the comments, pop any requests of anything that you would like to see. But for now, guys, I think thanks very much. If you've liked what you've seen, do subscribe to the channel and like the video, because I say lots more content of a similar nature to come. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.